You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit,
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
Before I get them, Lord.
activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You better get them, Lord.
Hi. Hello, everyone. So, I know a lot of y'all be hating that intro. I know, right? You guys like hate this not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. I don't care. On YouTube, I do bare minimum. Okay. When they want us, YouTube know what to do. Shout out to YouTube. So, yeah. So yeah, I do bare minimum. Like, I'm not putting no Fandango a live together. No, we don't need no new intro for 2024. No, we don't. I don't know who told you that. I don't know who told you that. Maybe you need a new channel for 2024. Or at least I ain't going nowhere. So, I don't know. Maybe you need a new channel for 2024. Maybe you stop listening to me. I don't know. That's all that's giving. Why you over here? I don't know. I don't go places, or if it's things I don't like, I don't go over there, girl. I promise you. If I don't like your intro, I'm not coming to your show. I can't even get through the beginning of your show. Like, I hate your show because I hate your intro. I hate that. Hated it. So yeah, I'm not coming over there at all. That's what I would say. Shout out to y'all for being here. I love you guys. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So yesterday we started off, we talked about Katt because I wanted to. I love Katt Williams. So I said that we would come back and do a part 2. I didn't get a chance to come back last night because I didn't feel like it. I don't know, I just didn't feel good last night. I was just like, ugh. I just felt like, ugh, right? You feel like ugh. I felt like ugh. Just like I really don't want to do anything. It's like I kind of just like want to chill. So that's what I did. I just chilled, cleaned. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. I went and got my boxing stuff so I could finally take this Christmas tree down, because I know a lot of you Black people, y'all like to leave y'all up to Thanksgiving. At least Valentine's Day, all of that. It got to go. I want the Christmas memories gone as soon as possible, because Christmas is stressful. So the Christmas tree and stuff, it's just a constant reminder of all the money I just wasted. Absolutely. So so I'm taking that down today, and I'm just, yes. Yes. I came my daughter about snatching lights down and stuff. Today I'm gotta go. Okay. Out with the old and with the new. Okay. Christmas hasn't even happened yet. It's 2024. Okay, this gotta go. Like, it's 2025. Like, it hasn't even happened yet. It's not even December anymore. So guys, Katt has been under fire, okay? A little piece, and we here to have his back because we love him. So the title says Katt Williams dragged by Trick Daddy. Shannon Sharpe throws Katt under the bus. He does. He totally does. He throws Katt under the bus to me. And we're gonna get into why I think that. Hollywood is furious. And they are. Hollywood is big mad. I said, oh, y'all is really upset. I was like, oh my goodness. Even Tiffany hired your Shannon Haddish. And Tiffany steal your Shannon Haddish. I'm like, Tiffany, you stole kids. You remember that. You remember that. Yeah, you stole children. Yeah, we don't give up what you say. We don't give up what you say. Okay. Until you do a public apology of why you stole kids, and whatnot, and traumatized people and have them over there being weird because you weird. Girl, shut up, girl. I'm like, yeah, look at here, drink a fifth and drive. Girl, look at here. Look at here, put a dent in a liter of Hennessy and drive a girl. I'm like, look, you can shut up. You absolutely can. Cedric, you and that big chest of urine, you can be quiet too. I said, who the Cedric talking to? Yeah, y'all need to take the Rickey Smiley route and just be basic. Because all of y'all is a basic and I'm a girl. Gays. All of y'all are very so much basic. Rickey Smiley, to me, shout out to you, but you've just been doing comedy for a long time. I wouldn't call you a legend. Not in my book. I say that because comedy legends come up all the time, and ooh, your name never comes up, girl. Your name never comes up, girl. They had a Kings of Comedy. You were around. Busy that 5-6 months. They was on tour, and my girl, were you busy? You know they did the Kings of Comedy tour. Mm-hmm. Gay, you weren't there. DL was there before you. So, my girl, and I think Rickey Smiley's funnier than DL. But apparently America thinks differently. Here, Flip. So, yeah, the comedy legend that conversation comes up. You're just never on the list. So, yeah, that's all. That's you're basic. You know, you're a comedian. You're just a basic one. That's all. You know, you like hood rich. You're not like moving right along. And then you got Cedric, the I'm weak and I don't mind playing second. The entertainer, big back it did. Entertainer. Now, Cedric, just because you played the backseat to Steve Harvey, just because you let him and that fake hot top and my girl run everything that you did, you was on the show, but you was the or the friend basically of the show on the Steve Harvey show. You wasn't even like Red. That's why you wanted to keep your name, Cedric, on Steve Harvey's show, because you didn't want people to forget who you were. Like, I'm a comedian too. So just because you don't mind playing the backseat to Steve and allowing Steve to basically, you know, he be Batman, you be Robin, you know, type of because that's what it were. You didn't mind letting him excel as long as you stay your friend. Just be my friend and you can do whatever you want, type of situation. And so, and my girl, because it's not that Cedric isn't talented. He is talented. Cedric the Entertainer, to me, I think he's funny. He is. He's a lot. His original jokes, the jokes that belong to him, a couple of them are funny, you know, because then a lot of people say like, oh, Cedric's funny. He's funny. He's funny. He's a thief. Thieves aren't funny to me. Okay. Yeah. When you start stealing jokes and stuff from people, the people you're taking the jokes from are funny. A lot of people like Steve has had people write for him. A lot of people like Cedric, a lot of people, they get Hollywood and then they start having people write for them. So back in the early days, you know, during Comic View and all that, they were writing their own material. So that was them actually being good, authentically funny. Okay. And at that time, it was other bigger comedians at the time that were stealing jokes from them. Okay, so Cedric knows what it feels like to be stole from. Steve knows what it feels like to be stole from. That's why they feel so comfortable doing it, because it's happened to them. So when writers bring the material, they're not going to go and fact check and see if anybody else has said this and stuff like that. They don't care. As long as it's funny, as long as it hits, they're going to go on stage with it, type of situation. And Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer are notorious for stealing other people's jokes, for taking other people's jokes. And they take no accountability because they have writers. So since they have writers and whatnot, well, I ain't stole none. It wasn't me. I am not me when they are called out on it. Many comedians have called them out in the past for taking their jokes. And it's usually the amateurs. They'll take from the amateurs because people don't know them. They don't. So you'll have these writers that'll go to these amateur comedy nights and whatnot, and you know there'll be some duds, but then there'll be some people that come through that are really fire. And when they do, they're recording them and or writing things down that they're saying as they're saying them, the punchlines and whatnot, and they'll take it, you know, to the big comedians, the ones that are getting on the Dave Chappelle's, and all of them have had written jokes. All of them. Katt Williams has not. Katt Williams does not have a writer. Okay, that's why y'all got to respect his pen. That's why you got to respect his pen. That's why when Katt comes forward and says something, y'all speak. He come forward and say jump, y'all say how high. Y'all got to respond to him because you know that he is raw talent. He's real. He's real talent. He ain't nobody came forward and said Katt Williams stole anything from them. No one. No one. But go look how many people have said that about Cedric, Steve Harvey, Rickey Smiley, and so many other different people that have done. It's no different than artists that are here on YouTube and whatnot. They have a sound, but we don't know that these people are extremely talented. And then you'll have a writer or a producer or somebody that'll come through, hear it, and take the sound, the beat, and then you'll look up and you'll have an artist that has this big song, and then you'll have this other person suing them. And what? That's my song, that's my beat. That because they're not famous, so people don't know. People do this all the time. And Black people, we are famous from being stole from. I used the Cadillac Records reference from the movie Dreamgirls when they did the Cadillac song, and then the people went, 5 Heartbeats when they wanted to take their song and give it to a white group. They did it all the time. And a lot of times they didn't ask our permission. They would just do it. Trademark it, all of that, making millions of dollars off of it. And we just got to sit and just, oh, well. And then people say like, oh, well, they were dumb. They were dumb because they were stole from. So you have these comedians that have been on stage like Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, that have made millions of dollars doing what they're doing. And you have people like up and comers like Katt Williams at the time that was grinding around here at these smaller venues, but becoming a name, people knowing of him getting bigger and bigger. So then the joke starts to get to the bigger comedians. Like, he not going to keep pushing. So then he keep pushing it and he become a big name himself. Why does he have to ignore the fact that these people were stealing from him, that were blackballing him? Why can't he talk about those things? It's his experience. I'm like, that's not him talking ish. Him talking ish, him just be coming forward, just clowning people. He's not. Now, he may say it harshly, or he may not say it in a way that you think is politically correct, but real is what you're going to get. Honesty is what you are going to get. So that's what he was giving. These people have stole from him. It's documented. It's on record. Just because it's not discussed doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's just not being discussed. Now it is. So normally, people like Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Kevin Hart, all of these people could hide behind, the things that they did and the things that they've said about these upcoming, comedians that actually became established enough to be legendary. And they're at the point to where they can't close any doors on Katt. So before, when Kevin and all of these Kevin and Steve and Cedric and all these other people that were trying to close the door on Katt is a legend. So y'all can't close no doors on a legend. You can't. And the talent is still there. So y'all can't close the door on him. Y'all can't bury him. Y'all can't throw him away. You can't do that because he's a legend. He's made a status, still looked at as basically an amateur. He's made a status none of you have. None of you. Steve Harvey being on Family Feud. Imagine Katt Williams, the host on Family Feud. A lot of Family Feud is improv, with the comedian that's doing it. Katt Williams would be thriving. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people start watching Family Feud? Just because Katt was the host. But then you got somebody like 16-inch teeth, Steve. Oh, but did nobody come here to see you, Otis? Like, it would be 10 times funnier if Katt did, if he was the host of a lot of these shows. But a lot of these doors have been closed to Katt, as you see people like, shout out to DC Young Fly, that has become a host of a game show and stuff like that. These are opportunities that normally would be given to somebody like Katt, but Katt didn't drink the Kool-Aid. So that's why Katt is so frivolous with money. Like, he's very giving. Katt has always been a giving person. Always. He always gives back, gives money like it's nothing, make money from a show and give half of it to the audience, and stuff. He's always been like that. Because he don't look at it. I feel like Katt looks at it like, if money gets me what y'all have, I don't want it. I don't want it. If the money, Katt was actually looking at things for what they were instead of what they want, what these other people make it out to be. So they'll do things, ignore things, and suppress things that Katt's not willing to do. Because Katt's the type of person like, if I do it, I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it. But then you have these other people like Kevin and others that will vow to silence when it comes to certain things, people, and situations. And you have somebody like Katt that's the complete opposite. Like, yeah, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not conforming to anyone. I'm not listening to anyone. If I have to do these things and be around these characters, go to these events, support certain people that I would never support, and do things that I wouldn't necessarily do or have any interest in doing unless I was voluntarily doing it, I'll pass. Just like he said about Diddy. Diddy's asked me to party. You just have to tell him no. Like, and that's, he sound like aggressively like, no. Like, because he's the type of person that will keep trying to convince you, and whatnot. Like it gives that vibe to where, I'm gonna get you, one way or another. And Katt's just like, nah, you're gonna get a lot of people. I'm just not gonna be one of them. I can see your kind coming from a mile away. The things that these people have discussed, the things that I've seen, the parties that I've invited to, I know how you get down, and I can't. Absolutely cannot. So yeah, so I think that this isn't Katt hating on anyone or anything like that. I just think he's telling this experience. People may not like how he's conveying said information, but I don't think he's doing anything wrong. I'm like, what is he doing wrong? You may not like, would you have rather him say beautiful light-skinned women? No, he said they beat up in face. Little piece of ugly. Little piece of unattractive. So I mean that it is what it were. I mean, he could have just called Faison a liar, but he's fat as well. So he's a fat liar. Some people just don't get our funny, I guess. Shout out to Katt Williams. Him telling his experience is not him lying on people. Him telling his experience is his truth. And you may not like his truth, but it is what it is. So shout out to Katt Williams. I don't feel like he did anything wrong. So let's jump right on into the topics. Now, yesterday we started talking about Rickey Smiley. He came for my little dog. He came forward and my girl. And, he talked and whatnot. So his children, his turn. They didn't like what they heard. Hold on, pausing. His churn, girl, they didn't like what they heard, girl. The churn didn't like what they heard. So let me pull this up. So it said, okay, Williams says he put his contract. Okay, well that part. We know that part. This is what his children were upset with. So allegedly, Rickey Smiley churn didn't like how Katt Williams said that he put in his contract for his father to wear a dress the next time he did a movie. So I guess they had a problem with that. And I'm going to be the first to say, we don't give a damn. We really don't care about what your churn thought. Rickey, please stop trying to get the sympathy, empathy vote. We don't care. Like, I mean, put it in a stand-up or something, I guess, because you do comedy, right? Okay. We really don't care what your family have to say. This is not about your churn. Katt was not talking about your churn. Katt didn't say that he wants your firstborn in a dress in the movie. We don't care. I'm just trying to, we don't care. This ain't got nothing to do with them. As far as we're concerned, they can shut the up. This is between you and another grown man. And we don't care nothing about that. Okay. So the Rickey Smiley Morning Show and his fans, all of y'all can shut the up. Tell y'all leader, okay, to take off that dress and handle him like a man, because that's what he needs to do. He needs to handle him. If you feel like Katt Williams is lying on you, then you need to come forward and say that. You're not saying Katt's a liar, Katt's a this, Katt's a that. You're not saying any of those things. If anything, you're just proving the point. Okay, girl, because you did have on that dress and you're upset about it. Tell your churn to tell you the truth, Rickey. They mad that you put on that dress in them, my girl. Your children hate the dress. That's what it's giving, because that's what it's giving. So if not for Katt, my dad would have never had to wear a dress, because you were wearing one long before. Didn't you get that from allegedly, Rickey, in these streets? They said that you got, the woman you used to play in, my girl. They said you got that from a drag show at a gay club. That's where you got that act from, and oh my God. So they said that you're known to hang around a good queen. You known to be around the queen. So good. Rickey, that's why it's rumored that they didn't actually invite you on tours and stuff back in the day, because they thought you was in them in the gay, and oh my girl. They said you was a little too proud to put on that dress. That's the rumor. The rumor is why you didn't get invited on tours and stuff like that, while you were a crack Santa, and something like that. And my girl, it's because they said that. Girl, they said you stole that from a. So that's what that were. So allegedly, that's why they didn't invite you on tours. They said you was real sweet. And so a girl like sugar cubes. Yeah. So that's what that were, allegedly. Allegedly, and I don't know, because the same thing was said about Tyler Perry, that he stole that act from a drag queen, and it was true. It was true. Even put the same set person in the movie. My girl, Miss, what's her name? Miss, oh, I forgot her name, but that's my girl. But yeah, it came out to be true. She did an interview about it and all that. I was like, yeah, Tyler stole Medea from me. Medea comes from me. And I was like, Katt. And no, it was true. It was true. I was like, oh my goodness. And so, guys, so Rickey, tell your kids shut up. Yeah, now tell your turn that. Tell your turn. We said shut up. We don't care. Moving right along. Now let's get into what happened of a next girl, because this Katt done got the streets on fire, and I'm here for it. I'm here to talk about every little piece of it. Every little piece of it. So Cedric, look at him. Look at him. Look at Cedric. Look at Cedric. So Cedric was caught. Shut your big ass up. So Cedric was caught mid-theft of one of Katt Williams' jokes. But here's the thing. It's not the first joke. It was multiple. It was plenty of jokes that they had took from Katt at that time. So unlike Rickey Smiley, okay, because here we go again. Fans find more evidence of Cedric the Entertainer allegedly stealing jokes and took the Bombinacious, how do you say that? A joke from the 1980s show Designing Women. Okay, now this is what they've been doing. They've been stealing in them, girl. This ain't nothing new. So Cedric, like I was saying before, unlike Rickey Smiley, he decided to come forward and try to act like he's trying to cuss out Katt. Now, he know that was gonna be a problem for us, but let's get into it. Ooh, y'all, Cedric got mad, girl. Cedric got upset in them, girl. Cedric the Entertainer shrugs off Katt Williams' joke theft claims as revisionist history. And I'm like, I'm like, gross. The two comedians have been feuding about a bit involving cars and spaceships. Cedric the Entertainer has responded to Katt Williams' recent accusations of joke theft, calling the claim revisionist history. Revisionist history, regardless of whatever Katt's opinion. My career can't be reduced to one joke, Katt Williams claims as his Cedric the Entertainment comments on Instagram. Ceddy, this is not you saying that you ain't steal this man's joke. This is not you saying that. Here you go again, caught in the refrigerator. Here you go, girl. This is not you coming forward saying that you went over there stealing. Absolutely stealing like your friend Steve. Stealing like your friend Scuba Steve. So, my girl, this ain't proof that you ain't stole none, fatty. I said, "Ooh, I cannot stand him." And he always got them hats on his refrigerator shaped that always got something to say. Look at here, you little milk chocolate deep freezer. That ain't you ain't saying nothing about you ain't stole nothing from this man. Now I don't mind you stealing from designing women. Ain't them white women? I don't mind you stealing from white people. It's fine. Cause y'all don't stole from us. Y'all took lifetimes from us. So y'all got a little piece of stealing. Okay? Now the designing women joking on my girl. Them white people. So now white people, I ain't got no problem with y'all. But I need y'all to defend y'all fucking self. Okay? I need y'all to defend yourself. So I ain't got no problem with him stealing that. Whatever. But he don't need to be stealing from my Katt and my girl. He don't need to be stealing from him. Don't steal from Katt. Don't do that. You tried it. So and then my girl, shout out to That's a Girl, my girl. She said, yes, I wrote gone. That's a girl. Thank you for the super sticker, girl. Shout out to Kate Bragg. She said, Rocky Business Voice, this ain't stealing, period. Because he one of the biggest thieves, girl. Boys to men, all of them, and then my girl. Thank y'all so much for the super stickers. So guys, so yeah. This ain't nothing about him saying he ain't steal though. I'm like, okay, we ain't kill him though. I'm like, okay, girl. So in the club, okay, Cedric commented on Instagram in response to a Post Williams Club Shay Shay interview. His quote: "I've been in over 40 movies. My specials and brands speak about." First of all, you done been and 38 of them was with Steve Harvey. $38 of them was with Steve Harvey. You tried it. You tried it. Yeah, girl, look at him. And 2 of them was with Ice Cube. You tried. So, my girl, so he said the people I have put on include Katt in the Hat at the Gibson Amphitheater. He commented again about all tough talk, calling it corny as F. He gonna say, I'm a grown arse man and none of this ish going to go like you think. What that mean? What that mean? You was grown when you was over there stealing. You was grown when you was stealing. Well, what this guy? Okay, you said this. Say what? Hurry up. You didn't steal as no teenager. Number cookies. So I said, look at here, Seti, with the belly. My girl. Because he could, I don't know why he's sitting here talking all this while he's pregnant. He at least had that baby, Cedric, before you start talking all this. Been walking around with that stillborn in your stomach for the last 27 years. You ain't supposed to be doing all this pregnant. Okay. A gorilla. Sit up there, girl, you little pregnant monkey. Go sit down somewhere. He doing all, you gonna upset that baby. Run around here mad. What he say? Well, he ain't gonna go like it won't. Look, he gonna say it. Oh, I'm a grown ass man. None of that shit gonna go like you think. You do you, and I got this over here. No, don't get old now. Don't get old now. Who you bucking up at? Who you bucking up at? Girl. He's talking about what? Talk about his corny. Stealing jokes is corny. Good. That's corny. No, y'all. Because these people get them out of, they're not about to come for Katt like that. That's my dude. Nah, Katt, that's my guy. No one to ride for Katt. I don't play about him. Oh, not him. Y'all ain't about to gang up on my friend in my head. That's my cousin twice removed. So now y'all tried it. Now he you ain't about to do thief. You tried it. You tried it. So then it says representative for Williams and Cedric did not immediately respond. The raps request for comment. Yeah, they want to talk to y'all. They want to talk to y'all. Katt don't want to talk to y'all. On Wednesday, Katt Williams made headline finally. Yeah, we know about all that. Cedric comes to the comedy store. This is what Katt said. And he watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did. The only thing he did tell Katt was about, I'm about to take all this. You know what you did out there, player? That was real good. I'm taking it all. You're going to be here, right? Because when I take where I'm trying to take it, I'm about to be in Baltimore. You're going to be in Baltimore. You know, so, girl, that's the only thing you didn't tell him. I'm still in all this. That's one thing he didn't tell him. Taking it. Love that. Taking it. Like, you know, when people say, I'm going to use that one. You know this act? I'm gonna have to use that one. I'm gonna have to use that one. So that's all that word. He ain't telling me that he just got done stealing from him. He gonna walk up to now see looking here. So Cedric was very so much being a Rancho Carne what's that? Okay, and Katt was the Compton Clovers. Cedric was the Toros, and then my girl. Cedric was sitting in that audience, this big red. The girl. Yes, that's all right. That's okay. You're gonna pump my gas someday, girl. Try to sell our bit, but you look like shit. And Katt was the one that was down with it. You've been touched by an angel, girl. No, y'all. Y'all need to know what's going on in my girl. Okay? Are you going to upset that baby over there, Cedric? Upset. Calm down. Calm down, because you ain't blaming this on us. Something happened to that baby. So, and then my girl. And now these little gorillas is getting out here. They is extinct. And then my girl. So we trying to let them build a girl. So Cedric comes to the comments, so he watches me in the audience and he comes backstage and tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. Williams continued. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim, my girl. He just changed my car into a spaceship. Yeah, because he couldn't fit in that car, Katt. Katt, he couldn't fit in that car. He couldn't fit in that car. Of course, he turned into a spaceship. Big as he is. So, and then my girl. And that's just what that word. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Yes, he had either that or a van. He couldn't have kept in no car. Katt, you Luda. Katt, you was the Luda. You Luda. He big in here. Cedric real big in here. So, and then my girl. So, who moved my seat? So, and then my girl. So, of course, turned to a spaceship. He needs something that could carry him and that baby. So, shout out to Nessa girl for the super sticker. Ooh, for the super sticker, she said, coffee now. I'll be there later. I'll be there later. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Right, high risk pregnancy here now, my girl. He ain't about to blame this on us. Girl, he ain't about to blame a girl. He ain't about to blame her. So, my girl, so he said he has stole it. That's what he did. He did that to him, y'all. Oh, he did that to him. Shout out to Catwoman. That's a shame he did that to him. He stole it, y'all. He changed it to a spaceship, y'all. He did that. He did that to him. So, let's keep going. So now let's get into Shannon Sharpe. Let's get into Shannon Sharpe. Now, any Shannon Sharpe fans in the house, I don't give a good goddamn because I'm about to cuss them out. Shout out to Laquita for the super sticker. Girl, I earned that. I sure did. Thank you so much, sweetheart. For the super sticker that I earned that the Lord put on you to give to me, and that's what you did. Thank you so much, and then my girl. So, y'all, Shannon Sharpe says it was hard hearing Katt Williams diss his friends during the interview. So you sat there and gave him gateways and basically was pushing him into certain conversations because you knew it would go viral. And now that you're seeing all this backlash, now all of a sudden, like, oh, it was hard. Said it was? Because it wouldn't have been hard for me. If Katt was saying something about somebody that I didn't approve of, I would have stopped him. I've done it on my show before. When people come on and they'll start saying certain things, I'll be like, don't do that. We're going to let that. Shannon could have stopped him at any time. Please hit the like. Thank you so much, Sandra, for gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much, sweetheart. If you got a membership from her, please say thank you. I'm confused by that because I'm like, well, you could have stopped him at any time. Anytime you felt like Katt was going too far, you also could have edited it out as well. So I'm still confused because it's not like this was a live interview. It wasn't. So you could have definitely edited it out because you did edit out things. I know you did. You could tell by how some of the questions were set up. Absolutely. Some of Katt's responses were definitely cut because he went there. Katt absolutely went there, and you wanted him to. I'm confused. I'm like, okay. So he was sitting there coming for your friends. You allowed it. Put the video up of him coming for your friends. But it was hard for you to sit there and watch him go for your friends. I'm like, yeah, I'm still confused. I'm still confused. Very messy. I'm still confused. I understand. Katt said during the interview that it was basically weird, for Shannon to be linked with so many losers. You don't think the people that you cool with gonna have a problem with that? Why would I not have a problem with that? If I was on your show, like he was even referring to like people like Cedric Entertainer, people that have actually been on your show. He dissed all of them. Literally. And you played it. You didn't have to. So let's not backtrack now, Shannon. Okay, Club Shay Shay. Very gay, by the way. We don't have to backtrack. Let's just let the interview be what it was. Let it be viral. Standing your ish. What Katt said does not reflect on you because that's what Katt said, right? So keep it there. Keep that energy. That's all I would say. Keep that energy. Don't change it up now because that makes you look fake. Don't be fake. Just because this is a really good interview for you. And who knows, maybe Katt will come back. But I don't feel like he will if you're going to play the game like this and make it seem like, oh, well, I felt so bad. Well, no, you didn't. You didn't feel bad because you would have stopped it. You didn't. You would have edited it or would have made sure certain things did not air. You didn't do any of the above. You didn't do any of those things. So you knew how it would make you look. You knew it was disrespectful. What he was saying about all of these people, it was disrespectful, coming from a disrespectful tone, but it's not your words. So people can't get mad at you for what Katt's doing or what Katt said. That's all on Katt. So leave it there. Leave it there. Be like, you know what? I enjoy Katt being on my show. I understand he's been connected to a lot of people. If they feel some type of way about what Katt said, they are entitled to that. But that's not how I think of them. They know that's not how I think of them. They know how we get down. Shout out to Stunts for becoming a member. Shout out to Jean for becoming a new subscriber over on Coffee. Shout out to you guys. We will be over there this evening. The show is already posted and scheduled for this evening, so we will definitely be over there. So yeah, right, even more now. So that's my thing with Shannon. Just don't, because you're gonna make, because I'm ready to cuss him out. Shannon, I'm ready. I'm ready to pounce. I'm ready to pounce because I didn't like this energy. But let's get into what I'm talking about. So, an episode of Shannon Sharpe's Nightcap podcast with Gilbert Arenas, I believe that's this. The former NFL star addressed the wild interview with Katt Williams and said he found it difficult to hear him say some of the things said about people he's cool with. His quote, "I had reached out to Katt last year, but in the meantime, I've had Steve Harvey on the pod and I've had Cedric the Entertainer on the pod. I've had Michael Blackston on the pod and Rickey Smiley on the pod," he said in the 46-minute point of the Wednesday, January 3rd episode of Nightcap. All four of those comedians got multiple mentions throughout the almost 3-hour podcast, and Williams didn't have anything nice to say about any of them. Correct. So you knew that. You knew that. You knew that because you talked to Katt, you talk to people before you interview them, right? So you kind of not necessarily test their energy, but because they're going to want to have an idea. Usually, if you're calling me to interview me, I'm going to want to know what you want to talk about. Like, oh, okay, well, what you got on the menu? When I'm going to want to know. Why would I not want to know? You're not just going to come onto a show. I'm not going to come on a show. You're just going to blindside me. There could be things I don't care to talk about, or stuff like that. And now I kind of am being put on a spot and whatnot about things I don't necessarily care for. So I do feel like Shannon had a idea of Katt's temperature before going in to said interview with Katt. I feel like he knew what type of time Katt was on, and you definitely knew that these people will feel some type of way, and you had all of them on your podcast prior. So if you come onto my podcast and we have a great show, and then I bring somebody on my podcast and they kind of just drag you, there is a certain energy that you may even feel towards me, because it's like, okay, well, Sean, I was just on your show. I thought we were cool. Like, why would you let this person come on your show and just like drag me like that? Like, why would you let that happen? So I'm sure people like Rickey Smiley and Cedric the Entertainer and others, Steve Harvey, are reaching out like, yo, what was that? What was that? I can almost guarantee it, that these people have been reaching out to him like, yo, you played yourself. Like, you really played yourself. You ain't never got to worry about me coming back on your show. Oh, you ain't never got to worry about me coming back on your show. That's how a lot of people may feel about him now, because he allowed it. Because he absolutely did. No one's a rookie to drama. No one's a rookie to drama. We all know drama. If you cheating on your man, you probably not gonna want to sit your man down with the person you cheated or cheating with, because right? Right from wrong. Common sense. Common sense is gonna tell you that you're doing something wrong, and it's a situation that you can't control. That's why I'm bringing up the situation with like cheating, because you can control cheating, but you can't control how people respond to finding out that you are betraying them, right? Or doing something to them that they don't like. So it's the same thing in this situation. Mm-hmm. It's like Shannon is cheating, cheating on these people, not literally, but, cheating on them. And you don't get to control how they respond to you cheating, whether you're sorry or not. And most people are, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so it's going to be his natural response to say to these people, these men that have been on this podcast have a problem with what Katt said. It's going to be natural for him to say, I'm sorry. It's expected. Calling is they're not going to call Shannon and he's gonna be like, oh, y'all, no, we don't. But at the same time, what Katt said went viral, and he knew that it would go viral because he knew it was messy, disrespectful. He knew that would go far. He knew that. So no, that's not a rookie mistake. He knew what this would bring. Shout out to Lady Leo. And the reason why I say he knew what it would bring is because you had already interviewed all of these people. The difference between all of the people he interviewed and Katt Williams, Katt has no one to protect. Katt has no one to protect. See, Katt's flaws and all are all out there on display. We know what we need to know about Katt, right? But when it comes to a lot of people like Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey and people like that. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know when it comes to them because they do a really good job of trying to hide the things that they have been through. So that's where a person like Katt Williams comes in. Katt Williams is real. He does not have anything to hide. And not only does he not have anything to hide, he's not protecting anybody. So he doesn't owe Steve any allegiance, protection, nothing. Same thing with Cedric. None of these men, all of the men that could have actually helped Katt along the way, none of them did. None of them did. Notice how Cedric the Entertainer went and watched Katt Williams' performance and then used the same set joke from when he went and did Kings of Comedy. Now, that means that Cedric was at a point in time to where he could have opened certain doors for Katt, letting people know about Katt, like, hey, Steve, I went and saw this guy last night. His name's Katt. I don't know if you heard of him, but he's good. You know, maybe we could have him come on as an opening act or something like that. Y'all never did anything for anybody. All of y'all were all for self. All of you. Steve was for self, still is. Cedric was for self, still is. DL was for self, still is. All of the ones that really could have pulled people up and put them on the map instead of waiting until later on in life to where they become dried up and then all of a sudden they want to help come up and coming comedian. You could have been doing that. You could have been doing it. But instead you looked at them as your competition. And that's how Cedric looked at Katt. Instead of trying to assist Katt, I'm going to steal from you. I want you to stay low. I don't want you to excel and succeed. No, there can only be one. And all of them coming on Steve's show, onto that tour, they all needed a win. All of them. They all needed a win. Every single last one of them. Shout out to Space for the super sticker. All of them needed a win. And the only one that won that tour was the one who was authentic, Bernie Mac. All of Bernie Mac's material belonged to him. End of discussion. That is why Bernie exploded during the Kings of Comedy tour, because he used his own material. Even so to where he got a TV show out of the material that he used on the Kings of Comedy. That is where the rift came in between Steve and Bernie. Like, he was already kind of low-key, but that is really where the rift came in, because everybody, when you put people next to each other, you compare. So all four of these men being on tour together, everyone is going to judge and compare who was the best. No different than the Queens of Comedy. It was the same thing. Everybody gave that to Monique. Monique, she crushed it. Although Samore was a close runner-up, Monique crushed it. Like she did what needed to be done. She excelled over her counterparts. So it was the same thing with what it was in reverse with Steve, because Monique was the more so being pushed as the Queen of Comedy. In the Queens of Comedy, it was more so Monique as the front runner. And Steve was pushed in the Kings of Comedy as the front runner, but Bernie stole the show. Nobody stole the show from Monique. She did that. She ate. She absolutely did. She ate on Queen's Comedy. She did. So no one took that. So it was way less drama. It was drama, but it was way less drama than it was with the King's Comedy. The King's Comedy was 10 times worse. So that's why Bernie started to soar after that, and Steve was trying to pause it because there can only be one. So if those men didn't even want to help somebody like Katt, an up-and-comer, somebody that was paving the way for himself, why would they have wanted to be helping each other? Cedric was a yes man when it came to Steve. He kissed Steve's arse because he felt like Steve was next up. Whole time it was Bernie Mac. Whole time you were kissing the wrong arse. Whole time. Because the only reason Steve is where he's at right now is because Bernie died. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Steve, when the majority of the opportunities that Steve has been gathered after, Bernie would have gotten those opportunities. I'm gonna give up what Steve said. The only thing that stopped Bernie from climbing all the way to the top is that he passed away, that he literally went to heaven. That's it. It ain't get no higher than that. So and you're upset. And you're upset because you passed when Bernie Mac passed away, Steve Harvey passed away in Bernie Mac's shadow, not the other way around. Steve Harvey was not doing better than Bernie Mac. No, he was not. Bernie Mac was crushing it. He absolutely was. That man was constantly working. Constantly. From one set to this 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 set. Constantly working. So whenever you get through. He didn't have vacation time like Steve. He didn't have time to be constantly on yachts. And he didn't have time for that. He could afford it all, but he didn't have time for it. He was too busy securing a check. Like that's what he was doing. So you can't even compare because he passed away. It's like when people try to compare Aaliyah to people, she passed away. I mean, she would have kept soaring and soaring and soaring. She absolutely would have, but she passed. So, and that's the only thing that plateaued her is that she passed away. She's still a legend. Even still to this day, people speak of her just like Bernie Mac. People still to this day, no different than Richard Pryor and so many other people, speak of them to this day. And I feel like Cedric is a name that can easily be forgotten. Easily be forgotten. Rickey Smiley, easily forgotten. People like that, easily forgotten. A lot of this generation don't even know who he was. And after the Rickey Smiley morning show, a lot of people are like, who the are you talking about? Because they're still saying, who the are you talking about? Literally. Okay, when your prime was over 20 years ago, you're easily forgotten. Like when you hit your limit years ago, you're easily forgotten. So one of the biggest roles that you had was being a crackhead Santa. Are you proud of that? People actually thought Smokey was cool and Chris didn't want to be looked at that way. People actually wanted to hang with Smokey. Literally. People dressed like them for Halloween, all of that. Nobody dresses as that Santa. Nobody thought he was cool. Moving right along. So, yeah, Shannon, stay neutral. That's don't do this. Oh God, it was just so hard for me to say. No, it wasn't. You laughed at things, all of that. I'm like, what are you talking about? You look like you thoroughly enjoyed yourself. I would have. You look like you had a great time. I'm like, I'm very confused. You don't look like. I done got slid out of my chair for people coming for people that I like on my show. I do the same thing with Katt. I just get up and walk away. I'll be like, Katt, no, go ahead, but this is not how I feel. So there's way you could, and that's not being unprofessional. It's just these are relationships and people you care about, and that's fine. I'm not knocking Shannon for that. No, I get it. But at the same time, stay neutral. Stay neutral. Because all of those people have been on your show, but did any of them get you 14 million views, 16 million views within like 48 hours? Did Cedric do that? No? Okay. Did Rickey do that? Did Steve do that? So, yeah, all of them are basic. Steve didn't go viral. Seti didn't go viral. Rickey didn't go viral. Katt, 14 million, 16 million views. It's a lot of money. That equal into dollars. That's a cute coin. That's a cute coin. Katt brought that. Katt gave you that. That was Katt. Okay. That's another reason to show you. Because see, if Katt would on your show and lied, Shannon, I would understand you saying, like, you know what, I can't stand behind these things because blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't being honest. That didn't happen. Katt was honest. He told his experience. And so with Katt being honest, okay, he came into 2024 with a bang. When being honest, there is no backlash. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got people that are fans of certain people, so they're going to come to their defense, but you don't have to take the bait. You don't have to take the bait. And then even them asking you anything about like, oh, well, what about your friends? I would have been like, if you gonna have energy towards anybody, I would have had it towards the interviewer. Because first of all, stop being messy. Like, let's not try to create a moment. I just did that. Okay, on my show, Club Shay Shay. Check it out. You know what I'm saying? 16 million and growing. You tried. And so that's what that word. That's what that word. But none of your friends, they're all basic compared to Katt. So I would just care about Katt. I would just like, girl, basic. Marsha. So yeah, don't worry about that. Shannon, just stay neutral. That's all I would say. Don't take the bait. He didn't come on there lying. So since he didn't come on there lying, it's nothing for you to defend. You know, just let it be what that were. Now moving right along. Let's get into Trick Daddy. Now, Trick Leatherface, Daddy, my girl, Mr. Leatherface. So, my girl, shout out to Laquita. She says, Sean, if you can speak about how Katt said they kept lying about him and painted him as crazy. Thank you. I don't see what's to speak on. I don't get that. I don't see what I would be speaking on. Katt, see, because I'm a realist. I'm not biased. Katt said in the interview that he's never done any hard drugs, that he wasn't on any hard drugs. Do you want me to talk about that? Because if he just smoked weed, a person would just say, I smoke weed. That's what I would say. Because I haven't done anything else. The only thing that's considered that I've done is weed. So I'm not going to say I've never done anything hard or I was never on anything hardcore or anything like that. To me, that's deflection. So that's not because that's something we had to talk about at all. Like we're not just going to just point out certain parts. That's why I say, like, to me, that's a tricky subject. Because I feel that there's no accountability being had on Katt's part. Because how can you say that I've never done any hard drugs, you know, or anything like that? Drugs are drugs. Drugs are drugs. If you smoke weed, and that's what people say. They don't say, I've never done anything hard. What? I've never been on anything hardcore. So you're saying you never did heroin or what? Crack? Just all those stuff? Like math and yeah, so that's what I'm saying. To me, that's a very layered discussion. So, and I don't feel like any of that defines him. So that's why I say, like, I try to not highlight those things because I'm not going to be biased. I'm not going to be biased about it. I'm going to be honest. And I think Katt should be too. I mean, it is what it is. As far as people running around saying that he's crazy, everybody's crazy. I mean, who don't say that? People say I'm crazy. You know, I mean, it depicts what crazy is. A lot of things that Katt was doing at times didn't have a real meaning behind it. I don't think he understood a lot of the stuff he did himself. We all grow and learn along the way. So yeah, I just feel like shout out to Katt. Is he sober? Is what I want him to be. I'm glad he is. That's all that matters. None of the other stuff matters. What he was saying in the interviews, plenty of people, he even brought up the Illuminati. You don't think people gonna view him as crazy? So I feel like that comes with the territory. And I feel that people that are going to speak in harsh truths, you can't worry about people turning you into turning your story into a conspiracy or you can't worry about those things because, you know, you would have to be there to have experienced it. So yeah, shout out to Katt. I don't feel like any of that stuff is. He said what he said, and I'm gonna let him have it. That's how I'm. Like I said yesterday, I'm not gonna argue with him about his life. If he want to argue about somebody saying that he's doing drugs, you had Kevin Hart on a nationally syndicated platform, The Breakfast Club, saying that Katt Williams chose drugs over his career. He needs to talk to Kevin about that. He needs to get Kevin to come forward and retract said statements and whatnot. I mean, I feel like he should get Kevin to talk about that, or he should elaborate on why Kevin felt the need to go live in front of millions of people and state that Katt chose over his career. I didn't say that. I don't know Katt, but Kevin did. I don't know him. I don't know Katt. So, and then for him to say, I've never done anything hardcore or been on anything hardcore, if you want to excuse it, that's why I said, well, people, go ahead. I'm not judging them because people do what they do. I mean, it is what it is. As long as he's healthy, he's good, he's healthy, he's sober. That's not bad. I don't feel like anything else matters. I really don't. But I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to be like, oh, I believe that Katt Williams has never done a drug before in his life. Lies. I don't think that is true. And Katt agrees because he said that he's never done anything hardcore. I never said that Katt was on H or, freebasing. I never said anything like that. I just don't think that if he was talking about weed, that he would, because anybody that smoke weed, that's what they're gonna say. Like, they're not gonna say, I've never done anything hardcore. If you've only smoked weed, that's what you're gonna say. I smoke weed. Like, I mean, if you view that, and a lot of people don't even view weed as a drug. So, yeah. But yeah, I don't care about none of that stuff. I love Katt Williams and I appreciate his journey. Shout out to him. He's done a lot for me. So shout out to Katt. He's done more for me than he'll ever realize. So Trick Daddy airs out Katt Williams over slick comments. Keep my name out your mouth. Trick Leatherface Daddy has hit out at Katt Williams over comments he made during his viral interview with Shannon Sharpe, as well as past jokes about himself. Now, Katt Williams has not said anything about Trick Leatherface Daddy and my girl. He has not said anything about this barbecue grill with a grill. Okay, he has not said anything about a Trick Daddy nasty looking arse. Okay, he has not said, because Trick Daddy got everything. What don't he got? He did not say anything about dialupa herpetosyphilitis. He didn't say nothing about Mr. Leatherface. He didn't say anything about him. I said, he didn't even say anything about you, Texas Chainsaw. I said, he ain't say nothing about you, girl. I said, it's always the melting candles that be the first one to come forward. Face sliding inward, but want to come forward and say something you don't know then. Wasn't nobody talking to you, you Florida Gator. Wasn't nobody talking to you and I'm a girl. So he ain't say nothing about this slew-footed fucker. I said, what he say about webbed feet? He said over there shaped like a turkey with a dicker outfit on. Meebo Lobby got more stomach than he got body. Stomach, bringing his stomach in a room before you. Up on stage shaped like an uncle, an auntie and an uncle. I said, who was talking to him? Half past dead. Like, you barely even alive. Sitting over there taking 78 different pills. Shut up. Ain't no time for you to take a pill. Let me pull this video of this fat fucker sitting in front of this seat and the damn thing keep beeping because the seatbelt don't fit around your bit. Hold on, cause I said, not my friend. You can forget. Hold on. Okay, I wish I would read the rest of this. Let me pull this. Okay. Hold on, let me look. Look, y'all. Look. Shut up. Look. Girl, look at this. Look at this girl. Trick Daddy calls out Kevin Hart. Now look at him in this damn front seat.
Katt Williams, your little pussy ass get on the Sharpe show and just get in your little bitch ass feelings and get in ways and you say all type of shit you ain't supposed to say. See, there's a lot of shit about certain rap niggas I could say, but I know it's some shit that I shouldn't say, so I don't say it. You said some slick shit about me in one of your stand-up, you was being sarcastic saying that If Trick Daddy can own a restaurant, you can do anything. Look, well, nigga, you bulldagging looking ass fuck nigga. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not no comedian. I'm a
Oh my God. Katt said if Trick Daddy can have a restaurant, anything is possible. Oh my God, which is true. Because he don't wash his hands. Look at his hands. He don't use the right soap for washing leather, girl. And he don't even wash his hands. Look at him in this front seat and they keep beeping because his fat fucker won't put this seatbelt on. Look. Oh my goodness. No, this car smell like colon and barbecue sauce. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Girl, you know this car smell like earring backs and or honey mustard. So girl, look, you need to clean it out. What is that in the front seat? Look at him. A bag of potatoes sitting in this front seat. Who, girl? Oh my goodness. Until you can see your pee when you go pee, girl. Until you just gonna stop walking in front of the toilet and just pull your pants down in the front. Shit, so fat nasty. Look at him. Look at him. I would even connect him with Florida, y'all, because he is not a good representation. Look at Florida, girl. Look at what Florida do. What's in that water down there that make your skin? Y'all worried about Michigan water. Y'all need to be worried about what's going down in Florida. Y'all need to worry about that. Who, girl? What is in Florida water that got these gators, girl? Gators on land. So, and a girl, look, what is in y'all water? Ugly? What is in y'all water down there? Oh my word. Oh my goodness. Is they using the chlorine, the salt, girl? Because, girl, what's down there? Is that down there drinking salt water? Is this salt water coming out the faucet? Because I'm in a girl. Trick, you look a mess. You look a mess, you saltwater dolphin, in the front seat of this car, acting like you gonna do something to somebody mad because Katt Williams said if you can have a restaurant, then anything is possible. Well, that is true because you don't wash your hands, Craig. You know, you don't wash your hands. Ever since I seen you in that kitchen and you was using them actual leather hands because he was moving the charcoal and stuff inside the grill bare hand. Girl, he moved the wood in the fire, girl, with his hands. With his bare hands on them, my girl. I said, no. So, he don't wash his hands. So, him having a restaurant, him and Sucker Hyundai, that's why hers done open. E. coli, pre-E. coli. So, that's what that word. He act like he can cook. You know, all of that stuff. If you could cook, why are you single? And why are you shaped like that? And why are you shaped like that? That meat ain't over there sitting well. It's not over there sitting well. Because and a girl, because Trick is shaped like what not to be shaped like. I was looking him up online. I saw, oh my God. So a girl. So yes. So Trick is very so much over here upset. And when nobody even talk about him, then he gonna try to say, keep Rickey Smiley name out. Trick, everything you do fail. Everything you do fail. That's why they took Trina album off the thing, because you was on it. Everything you do fail. So cut it out. You try to do that a radio show with you and Trina, failed. You keep trying to pull Trina and stuff because she got, a little piece of clout left in them. My girl, leave Trina alone. Leave Trina alone. Let Trina do her thing, girl. You done gave a girl rings around her neck, so she didn't even have rings. Before Love and Hip Hop, she did not have rings. And now she got rings. I was like, oh my goodness. So, my girl, you done got a girl rings in them, my girl. Leave her alone. Leave her alone, my girl. So, that's just what that word. So let's finish this because I was confused. I'm like, why is he even talking about Katt? Katt didn't say nothing about him.
Street nigga first, okay? Keep my name out your mouth, bitch ass nigga. Keep Rickey Smiley name out your mouth. Keep all OG's name out your mouth. If you don't like a person, you don't say it. I've told people that I didn't think you was funny. I ain't never said I didn't like you. And I'm glad I didn't never say I didn't like you because by me not thinking you were funny, I actually saw you one day and I was laughing my ass off. I was crying laughing one day. Remember that little boy put you in the headlock? I was crying fucking laughing that day, nigga. Listen, man, stop talking about other niggas to be relevant in the game, the trend. Because you was trending today, and I'm going to be trending tomorrow on your bitch ass. And I'm with whatever you with, nigga. And every nigga, every comedian, everybody who you told a story got more money than me and you. You on my level, bitch ass nigga. Ha ha. The joke on you, bitch ass nigga. You ain't funny. You're a fucking joke. Stop making fun of other niggas. Black folk, we have to stop belittling our brothers and sisters to get a platform, to get shares, to get likes, to get views, to trend. We have to stop. Katt Williams, your little pussy ass get on the Sharpe show and just getting your little bitch ass feeling or getting ways and you say all type of shit you ain't supposed to say. See, there's a lot of shit about.
How do you threaten someone and say that we should all get along? Is Katt not black or what? So you sitting here wheezing. You sitting here wheezing just to go driving, just to go pull in the drive-thru, just to go pull it because you hungry. You breathe like that when you hungry. And so, who say that? Right after I get him up, we shall all get along. You did all this to go live so that you can be on the trending list so that they can talk about you, man. Nah, I'm going to be on the tomorrow because I'm on your... Okay, so Katt did this to trend, so you're going to talk about him so that you can trend too. But people stop doing things to trend. Stop doing things for likes. Oh my God, you're so fat right now. So fat. So fat. Because I'm like, what? What are you talking about, you greasy fucker? What are you talking about? Because you can't clout chase. That involves running. You wheezing while driving. How you wheezing ain't doing none of the work. Literally sitting in the front of the seat showing us the definition of congestive heart failure. Imagine an alligator, an angry gator. You're an angry crocodile, aren't you? So, my girl. Angry croc. New girl. So, guys, there's so much an angry gator. Like ciao girl. It's like he says that he know a lot of stuff about rappers, but he ain't said nothing. It's not our fault you a bitch. It ain't our fault you know Miami punk. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What that got to do with that you a punk? What that? Ain't got nothing to do with that. So I am an agree. What they got to do? I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. That ain't got nothing. And then you gonna say some, it was real funny when that 14-year-old, it was real funny when they had you hooked up on oxygen. Oh, that wasn't funny. Oh, neither was it him, a 14-year-old attacking him. That wasn't funny neither. Mm-hmm. Remember when you was at the hospital? Remember that? You remember that? And then he gonna say that the people that he talking about got more money than him and Katt Williams. You living at the vet? Look at here. Just because you live in a swamp, can hear you swamp lizard, you swamp bats. Just because you a Florida Gator. Just because you live in a swamp, girl, it does not mean that everybody live in a swamp, girl. Because you live in the jungle and then my girl, it does not mean everybody else live in a jungle, girl.
Certain rap niggas I could say, but I know it's some shit that I shouldn't say, so I don't say it. You said some slick shit about me in one of your stand-up, you was being sarcastic, saying that if Trick Daddy can own a restaurant, you can do anything. Well,
so that's the thing. If you a punk, you a punk. That ain't got nothing to do. If you want to say something about rap people, you can. But you know that you have to be held to a certain code because there's certain things you did that Katt Williams wasn't willing to do. Again, you coming forward defending people that didn't even know you were still alive. I'm sure somebody wouldn't told Steve, like, Steve, Trick Daddy was live or defending you today. Honestly, like, he alive? he's still alive, girl.
nigga, you bulldagging looking ass fuck nigga. Keep my name out your mouth. I'm not no comedian. I'm a street nigga first, okay? Keep my name out your mouth, bitch ass nigga. Keep Rickey Smiley name out your mouth. Keep all OG's name out your mouth. If you don't like a
Isn't this like the first sign of like dementia? He just said, keep my name out your mouth. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. He didn't say nothing about him. All he said is if a type 1, type 2, lupus, autism, low blood pressure, high blood pressure, chronic asthma, arthritis, and a little piece of downs. If he could have a restaurant, you can't do it. I mean, that's just what that word. So you sitting over here arguing, talking about some keep my name out your mouth and all that. He's not talking about you, fatty. He's not talking about you. I'm like, but he wasn't talking about you though. You talking about old, like, that was how many stand-ups ago? Fat guy in a little coat. It's sending me that this thing keep beeping in his car because he won't put this seatbelt on. Because he already wheezing. He already wheezing in him, a girl. So that's probably, he probably feel like strangulation putting that seatbelt over that damn boiling stomach of his. I don't know what's up with all these pregnant men. Very so much upset. Gorilla. So it's like he needs to chill out. He can't put this seatbelt on because he's pregnant. This
person, if you don't like a person, you don't say. I've told people that I didn't think you was funny. I ain't never say I didn't like you. And I'm glad I didn't never say I didn't like you, because by me not thinking you were funny, I actually saw you one day and I was laughing my.
Now he said that he told people that he didn't think that Katt Williams was funny. He never said that he didn't like you. And Katt Williams said that you was fat. He never said you was skinny. What's the problem? What's the problem? What is the issue here? Okay, you have an opinion. He had one too. I mean, it is what it is. You didn't think he was funny. He didn't think that the city ordinance that the health department knew about that you over there cooking for people. When you sitting over there with hepatitis, a girl, and you're supposed to be sitting over there cooking with tetanus on you. Over there cooking with MRSA. Ooh, not MRSA. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. So, you know, maybe Katt was surprised by that. You know, like you let somebody with open source cook. Okay. So it is what it is. That wasn't me. At least I think it wasn't me. I'm like, what just happened? Are you angry with me? Angry croc? Are you angry with me, Rob? I was about to say, who's trying to pop the kid? Back to where we left off. Before now, this angry crocodile sitting over here upset and then my girl. Because Katt Williams popped him. Okay, but years ago, I'm like, why he talking? Why folk come he acting like, you know what I'm saying, like Rev? I was like, Rev, this is the angriest leather recliner I have ever seen. He is literally sitting over here blending in with this damn front seat. Look. The only thing that is separating him from this seat is that jacket and that hat. This is the angriest leather love seat I have ever seen. This is the angriest leather bar stool. So it's just like a girl. The only thing separating them is that jacket and that hat, Lord. Otherwise. Lord, the only thing separating him is that jacket and that hat, Lord. Otherwise, it would have just been some teeth over there moving. Oh, girl. Oh, girl, and it's daytime. This happening in the daylight? Oh, girl. That melanin is popping. Oh, girl, yes. Yes. So I'm in a girl. No, he tried it. Fat fucker. No, he tried. I do not like him. No, he tried. I cannot stand him. I cannot stand girl when leather speaks. I cannot. Oh my goodness. I cannot stand when leather talks. It's so annoying. Oh, it is so annoying. Leather need to shut the. Who, girl? Yes. 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 So moving right along, because girl, he want this smoke. Trick Leatherface. Now Katt done sat over here. Hold on. Katt sat over here and said this about Ludacris' wife.
So there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done it. Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. Luda. No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us.
Now, Katt said Ludacris' wife is a little piece of ugly. He said that, you know, Ludacris' wife is handsome. Now, just a little piece. Now he said ugly faced. Yes. He said ugly face. So, you know, a little facially challenged. A little bit of, oh my God, is this your wife? Not like, oh my God, is this your beautiful wife? It's like, oh, this your partner? I'm giving a little piece of that. Giving a little piece of, you got to kind of just sit there and look at them for a little bit so you could try to find it. Because sometimes you got to find it. Or sometimes you got to find it. Because sometimes it'd be certain angles. You know. And Katt said, no matter the angle, Uggs. Uggs. Beige, but Uggs. Little piece of, don't nobody want her. A little piece of paper bag over her head. Just during, you know, she don't have to walk around with it all day. But anything intimate. A little piece of paper bag. A little piece of y'all kids looking how they looking. Mm-hmm. Little piece. Little piece to dust yourself off and try again. It's all right. A little piece of y'all, some children look like cousins instead of. So, my girl. Now, Ludacris, decided to come forward and my girl and drop a freestyle and my girl about Katt talking about or his wife. You know, he came never before been a cow chaser. You know, and all of that. Luda. So, my girl, Ludacris came forward to throw a little piece of bars on you, girl. So we gonna hit this little piece.
Whatever's heavy on my heart is always on my mind. Like Snoop's cannabis shredder, I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade cause niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet. Let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludacris, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati.
So your wife's ugly? say nothing about you aging. She aging like wine. You Benjamin, she not. She giving Franklin. So she's ugly. Because he ain't saying about you necessarily. And then you say you aging like Benjamin, and them braids. Them braids start back here. I said, do y'all see his braids? Look. All I see is forehead. I said, Luda. Ursha, Lil John, Luma Creel. I said, grab Luma Creel. So, my girl, I said Luma Creel. So your wife's ugly? Cause the girl. Cause you could have been let them braids go. Where'd that go? Heck, who am I? I think he looks more polished with his haircut, lower cut or no, I think he looks more polished that way. But hey, to each his own, do your thing. But girl, I should say wives, totes Uggs. Because we heard you talking about you and talking about John Singleton and all that. We don't care about none of that. Is your wife ugly or not? You came forward with all of these bars. But no, we did you, first of all, Ludacris, music don't like bars anymore unless they're coming from girls. We don't like bars anymore. We don't. Have you not heard Young Thug? That's why everybody want him to get out of jail so he can go back whining on the mic. You love me, you hit. We don't want to hear all of that thought out, go together, even spelled correctly, words and stuff used correctly, all of that. You use them proper sentences and raps and stuff like that. Gross. Ever heard of mumble rap? It's like, girl. You didn't even say ass. You said ask. You didn't even say ax. We don't want bars somewhere. That's so 2004. Unless it's a girl thing, but we really don't care. Like, we really don't. You and Jay-Z always wanted the next phase I'm on means it's like Jay-Z, please don't come in here thinking. Same thing with you, Ludacris. Don't come in here thinking. No. Come here and cuss him clean out. No. Get in this booth. He says your wife has Uggs. He says your wife has Uggs. I know what's in you. Do a stand-up remix. If I move, you move. I know what's in you, and my girl. You did songs back in the day talking about some move. Get out the way. Can we get some of that right now? You want to come in here mature. Gross. Gross. Like, no. We expected you to get in front of us and be ig and a runt. They want to come for all using 6 and 7 letter words and like Singleton. Like Singleton. Agree. So, and then my girl. So, yes. Hold on. First of all, his name is Katt. You tried it. Well, Matt's Katt was with Hazel E. He said married. He didn't say nothing about. Okay, now that was during Katt when he was thinking about considering being bisexual. It was when he was with Hazel E. Okay, that's the closest thing. It starts to get real gay when you start to date people like her. You starting to get real close to the LGBTQ barbecue, and I'm like, girl. So he and they dated. Katt did not marry that horse. No, he did not. He did not marry Nasal He. He absolutely did not. Okay, Nasal He the Turner. Okay, she turned people gay. So that's just what that word. Gays, no, yeah, right, hard face, right. He did not marry her. That does not count. Nasal He, hold on. Because I seen that y'all put up Nasal He. Ludacris, we were not happy with this. Do it over. Do something else. He said your wife is ugly. He said your wife face is struggling. And I'm a girl. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Look. I see y'all over here with that rhetoric. Look, that narrative. Y'all can take it big. Y'all can take it big. Katt Williams dated Nasal He, so he's clearly an unserious person. Now, see, here's the thing. He said it must apply to 8 people because you clearly signed up too. Hope Nasal He got the tattoo of her, whatever. So, here's the thing. When Katt was saying this, he did say married. He said a wife that will keep your secrets, that won't go forward to the public, or interview or do anything like that. Nasal He just got done interviewing with Tasha K. Not too long ago. I mean, she interviewed, so clearly he's not included in that. He did not marry her, and the people that he date, Katt's saying the people that he's with is by choice. He's saying that Ludacris' wife is ugly, like he would have never chose her. He said that she was given to him. Absolutely. He would have never chose her gross. She ugly in the face. Is what. No, I don't think his wife is ugly either. Katt said that she's ugly, so we're gonna let that be. We're gonna let that register. Katt said this, son of my girl. We didn't. I ain't saying nothing about Ludacris' wife being ugly. Katt said that when Ludacris did this rap, he wasn't talking to me. I never said Ludacris' wife was ugly, but given that beiges, she beige, so she's supposed to be perfect. She's beige, so she's supposed to be perfect. That's just up for. Please hit the like, please hit the like, please hit the like. So y'all saw this rhetoric, and then my girl, and we don't care, cause come on. Yeah. So he was talking about married people. If y'all feel like he's, part of that caliber, in that same category, hey, I'm not knocking him. So let's get into this before we get out of here, because I have a show to do on coffee. Absolutely, Jim. And so, now Tiffany Haddish, Unfunny Haddish, said that I am not mad. I just wish he would get his facts right about me. Dang, I guess I will send him a reminder text. But are we sure that is Katt Williams? He looks a lot like Charleston White. Boo, whore. Were you drunk when you wrote this? That's supposed to be funny? That's all you got? Charleston? Okay. So, Ice Cube just spoke out about it. Yes, somebody just sent me something. Hold on, let me pull that up. So, with Tiffany Unfunny Haddish responding to, okay, I just got sent this. Okay. Hold on, let me click. So I'm gonna pull it up and we're gonna get into that. Hold on, right? Oops. Remove. Okay, so we'll get into that next. Ice Cube spoke out about it. So, boom. Okay. So, and I can't wait to get into them. So, yeah. So with Tiffany Unfunny Haddish coming forward talking about she's going to have to reach out to Katt. Let me pull that back up. She's going to have to reach out to Katt. Now, I'm about to dig into Tiffany because I don't like her. Like, I don't. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't care if she's black. I don't care about none of that. I don't like her. So, black don't mean get along. Because you hate your neighbor that's black, but on YouTube, you should all love each other. So, my girl, you guys. So, yeah, we're not all not meant to like each other. We're meant to rip some people apart. So I'm going to do that. Now, Tiffany Unfunny Haddish. And Tiffany don't make nobody laugh Haddish. Tiffany drunk Haddish. Tiffany DUI Haddish. Tiffany hide your churn because she had taken from you and put them in skits that you don't want a man Haddish. And I'm a girl. And Katt said, some things about her in the past. Just like within this one, he was saying, Tiffany never performed at certain clubs, like Laugh Factory and stuff like that. She never did any, the hard work, more so of her begging and being a loser. People like Tyler Perry feeling sorry for her buying her a car, Kevin Hart feeling sorry for her giving her money for hotel rooms and stuff like that. And Kevin Hart holding her hand because if you remember, during this, let me pull this back up. During this is one of the reasons that Kevin Hart was upset during, let me pull that up from yesterday. One of the reasons Kevin Hart was upset during this interview is because of what Katt Williams had said about Tiffany Haddish, and about how there's other women like Lunel and other female comedians that deserve to have roles and spots like Tiffany Haddish, somebody that has not earned it and does not have put in like the real groundwork. Is more so she is where she is because of who she knows, like people like Kevin Hart getting and gaining her opportunities by being friends with people versus actually being talented and putting work into your craft. So Katt wasn't wrong. I don't feel like he was wrong for saying what he was saying. I think if he would have worded it different, I think people would have understood better. But what he said was not wrong. And the proof is in the pudding. People like Lunel and others that, some of the other female comedians that have came through, they have done the hard stuff. They've been booed. They've been, in clubs and, didn't necessarily work out. They've been, the jankiest places and whatnot to really get their name out there, putting in that groundwork so that people know who, they are. And then you have somebody like anything for fame. Tiffany was not a real comedian. A real comedian knows the groundwork and can run a stage. You give them a set and they're going to do their big one during that set. Tiffany's not that girl. She's not the go-to girl when it comes to comedies. That's why she don't have a lot of comedy specials and stand-up specials and stuff like that, because honestly, she's trash. She's really not funny. And she's notorious for stealing jokes. And all of the jokes that she steals from everybody. She steals from white women that are comedians. She steals from black women that are comedians. She steals from Latino comedians. She steals from all of these people and then adds different things to it. No different than like Cedric changing the car into a spaceship. But when she's done the same things, and she's been caught in places to where those comedians would come to her stand-up and be like, yo, you using my, that's mine, you using my jokes, blah, blah, blah. So that's what was going on with Tiffany. So she wasn't a real comedian. Nobody says anything like that about Lunel and so many other Monique nobody says that they steal jokes. No, they are original. They use their own material. So then you have somebody like Tiffany, again, who would do anything for fame, not anything to be a stand-up comedian because that's her dream. Anything for fame is what she do, because then again, she would be more polished in her craft. She's not. She was willing to steal people's children and put them into inappropriate skits and whatnot, things that she's facing lawsuits and stuff for to this day because she didn't want to do the groundwork. If you did the groundwork, you wouldn't have had to be in skits with people like Ari Spears making fun of victims by pretending that he's Bill Cosby and you're one of the victims and he's doing certain things to you. Y'all sitting over there making fun of it, placing these children in bathtubs and, you know, all of this. Like, that's what you did to get to where you at, among a lot of other ish too. To get to where you needed to be in a higher place of fame. Notice how when Tiffany Haddish, how Kevin Hart is defending Tiffany Haddish right here. Where was this energy during the lawsuit with those children? Where was this energy, Kevin? Kevin, where was this energy? Because you sit here defending Tiffany. Do y'all want to hear? This is how you know Kevin is fake as. He is so fake. The only reason he defended Tiffany was because he feels some way about Katt. He don't like that because he felt like Katt only said what he said about Tiffany because Tiffany's connected to Kevin. No. Tiffany has no work behind her to have her in the position that she's been in Hollywood. The biggest thing about her is Girls Trip. When you have so many other elements of that movie that made that movie good. You got Jada Pinkett, Queen Latifah, so many other. No. I've watched Girl Trip multiple times, and I did not watch Girl Trip because I know Tiffany and Haddish, because she's willing to embarrass herself on camera and say anything. Jada Pinkett would have never said those lines. Queen Latifah would have never said those lines. Regina would have never said those lines. That's why she did. She's the fall girl. Them women wouldn't have said none of them lines. They wouldn't have did none of that. They wouldn't have said none of this she said in that movie. That's why you're here. You're the fall girl. It's a bunch of jokes that we don't want to say. You do. And you did. Girl, you're pathetic. So it's just like, yeah, sorry. You're going to go watch her walking off set, walking off stage during stand-ups because she can't hack it. That's not who she is. Her confidence, her confident acts that she did was all stolen material. So when she was walking around the stage 20, 25 minutes, doing her little stand-up, it was all stolen routines. It wasn't hers. It didn't belong to her. But he's convicted talking about Kevin. Oh, since Katt said this, oh, of course. Oh, Kevin was. But then the same person, her and Ari Spears, was set out there to dry. Everybody watched what happened to them, and Kevin said nothing. He didn't say a word. Not a word. He don't even talk about Tiffany Haddish no more. He don't speak of her. No, he do not. When they talk about these DUIs and all this stuff, they don't bring up Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart ain't there for her. Nothing. He done left her out there to dry because that's who he is. He fake. Now let Lunel or people that Katt Williams has worked with, let them be going through something. He's going to reach out. He'll be there for them because Katt is real. He's real. Unlike these other girls, like Kevin. Like, yeah, no. Katt's real. Katt will reach out. He'll be there for whatever he can do to help. He'll do it. He'll help. He's always been a very giving person. He's always been like that. But when it comes to people like Kevin, because it was fine for him to defend Tiffany against Katt because Katt was saying something about Tiffany. But now, Tiffany out here swinging for herself. Kevin Hart says he does come forward and respond basically to Katt Williams, but says nothing in Tiffany's defense because he don't with her. He absolutely does not. She's been boosted to the left. Like, he has no dealings. So let me jump into this. Let's see what Ice Cube have to say. Before we get out of here. Okay, what does Ice Cube have to say about Katt Williams? Let's get into this. So it says, Ice Cube says Katt Williams was 100% on a few things, but wants to clarify comments about his role on Friday After Next. Ooh, let's hear Ice Cube. Ooh, I can't wait to hear it. Go on, Ice Cube. Go on, O'Shea.
You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie
over 20 years ago. So, you know, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know, every comedian that I've worked with, every comedian that I've put in a movie, I only put them in the movie because I thought they was funny. I thought they was perfect for the part. I tried to put them in a position to win. That's what it's all about, you know. I don't, you know, I look at from, you know, Chris Tucker and Bernie Mac and Mike Epps, Katt Williams, you know, Rickey Smiley, Michael Blackson, Cedric, Kevin Hart. You know, all these guys I know are funny as hell. You know, I didn't discover them. You know, they were doing their stand-up or doing their thing, and I knew that they were great and that they could act, and that you know, if I have an opportunity, I was going to give them an opportunity. You know, to me, that's what it's all about. You know, as far as, you know, specific things, you know, Katt was 100 on a few things. Most of what he was saying, a couple things, you know, I just want to clarify. When we bring in a new, you know, comedian, we do have them try out for different roles. So Rickey did give Money Mike a shot. But when we saw him and, you know, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, you know, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, you know, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, you know, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, you know, Katt, you know, said he wrote his role, which, I mean, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. You know, Money Mike had a small role, you know, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we start filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role, giving him more to do because he was on point. You know, when we shoot these movies, you know, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, but once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, you know, play with the words, do their thing. You know, we give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. You know, sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. You know, when somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie. So in the movie, there's second thing I want to clear up. It was never, I would never shoot a rape scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they're not raunchy. You know, we did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff was in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have
I don't understand why that's necessarily coming up, but he is not lying. He don't shoot our scenes in the movie The Players Club. The acting was really good because you didn't see anything happen to her. You only heard her screams. That's it. So honestly, If you think about it, Ebony and Junior just stood in the room basically, and he yelled at her and she yelled. That was all that happened. I don't exactly understand why that's coming up, but he's not lying. Like he said, he left it to the imagination. True, he did, because all you heard was sounds. You didn't see anything. Okay. We heard it though. What yeah. He said that. He said he left it to your imagination. I don't get that. It's acting. There have you seen like Monsters Ball and stuff like that? Like, I mean, there's some movies that get really graphic with certain things. A lot of movies on slavery and stuff like that, they get really graphic. They didn't leave anything to our imagination. So you have people that have watched movies like The Roots and stuff like that. They didn't leave anything to our imagination. I've seen movies with in prison to where the R word happens and they show it. American History X, movies like that and whatnot. So I applaud Ice Cube for leaving it to the imagination because it's acting. I would rather, in my mind, know that, you know, this scene was ... versus like literally saying it. I feel like that's, even acting, it's still traumatic. So, yeah. I don't understand why he's bringing it up though. And he is talking a little piece of slow, but I feel like he getting there. We almost there.
Have Santa Claus still in presence. You have Damon just got out of prison, sweating. Craig and Dede for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, you know, a pimp that treats his woman, you know, like a property. So Craig is always fighting the villains in the movie, you know, from the Joker Brothers to Debo. And so we already had Craig fighting Santa Claus. And the only real way to get rid of the other two villains was to have them go against each other. And the plier joke was always in the script, you know, was never, we would never ever show that, you know, that's not my style if you look at any of my movies. So, you know, that was never a discussion, you know. We, you know, at that point in everybody's career, you know, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor, you know. We do what we feel, and if it was a rape scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it, but that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of in movies on camera, and so you know, that was to me a little discrepancy there. You know, Katt, he wrote a lot of his part because, you know, like I said, he was giving us jewels, so we were keeping the camera rolling. You know, first of all, I just want to say, you know, we shot that movie over 20 years ago, so, you know, people have different perspectives, and it's been a long time. I also want to say, you know,
so to sum it all up, I don't feel like he's coddling anyone. I feel that Ice Cube is telling the truth. So Ice Cube stated that Rickey did audition for multiple roles on the movie. He did audition for the Magic Mike part, or Money Mike part. But again, like he said, they have the comedians audition for multiple roles. So with that being said, maybe at that point in time, before, because again, Money Mike, Money Mike was a small role. So so even if Rickey was supposed to have the role of Money Mike, it was going to be a small role. Either way, Rickey was getting a small role. When Katt auditioned, because at this time, this is the beginning process. Okay. So if Katt had influence over the script and whatnot, then that means that the movie wasn't shot yet. They were in the process, of getting certain people to get, It's the beginning stages. So if someone, and during the beginning stages, you do have people auditioning for multiple things. So when they saw Katt, they're just like, wow, he's really good at this, at this character. So good that they expanded Money Mike's role throughout the movie, because at first it was going to be short. So when they saw Katt, that's when they decided, you know what, we'll just throw Rickey the Santa and we'll let Katt be Money Mike, because he crushed it. Like he obliterated it. So Rickey was telling the truth, but so was Katt. Neither one of two things can be true at the same time. So to me, Ice is saying neither one of them lied. That's true. Both of them at one point in time had been casted as Money Mike. So he's not excluding what Rickey said. No, Rickey did not lie. Rickey did not lie. Ice Cube said Ice Cube is the director of the fucking movie. So the person that chooses the cast said that he was part of, like, how you gonna tell the director? Like, y'all look and sound dumb. Rickey did not lie. He told the truth, because two things can be true at once. So Katt said that the role of Money Mike was always his, and that's true. He auditioned for Money Mike and he became Money Mike, and that's what he was. So that's true. So if they told Rickey that, and then Rickey and his manager said that overnight, they pretty much got, that makes sense, to where they would call like, oh no, we had this other dude, he knocked out the park, blah, blah, blah. So we don't have him do that. The director, and when I don't have to call Rickey and explain anything to him, that because you're an extra basically at this point, because the Santa role was a very short role. So you're not needed. You run through the movie for like 70 seconds, 80 seconds altogether. You're in the movie. Like, he's not in the movie for, like, he don't have a long scene or none of that. No. And he had on a mask during the majority of the movie too. So again, anybody could have played that role. Anybody buddy could have played that role. So either way it goes, he's insignificant. His role was small. So yeah, I believe Ice Cube, when Ice Cube says that both of them at one point in time, and Rickey was there before Katt came along. So that makes complete sense. It's not like they came at the same time. But no, Katt auditioned for the Money Mike part, and he got it. Like, which encouraged Ice Cube to put him more in the movie, because it was like he kept, like he said, he was really good, at what he did. So just like, okay, well, let's expand his role. So that's what they did, and it's good that they did do that, because he was an essential cast member in the movie Friday After Next. Like, he mattered in that movie. Santa Claus didn't. One of the biggest characters from Friday After Next, meaning that wasn't a returning character, was Money Mike. Like, they were the biggest. Like, he was the biggest in that movie. So yeah, just like Mike Epps and Next Friday, that movie would not have been nearly as funny without Mike Epps. Mike Epps was hilarious in Next Friday. He did a great job being a lead in that movie, and I think that Katt Williams did the same thing. I think he did a great job being a lead in Friday After Next. I think he did a great job. Yeah. So Ice Cube is saying, I don't feel like he's trying to save anyone. I just think he's just saying the truth. And the truth is that both of them are telling the truth. Like, yeah, he was casted for this role short term because we were still auditioning people. And we auditioned comedians for multiple roles. So it made sense that Rickey had auditioned for both. That he auditioned for Money Mike and that he auditioned for Santa. I think what kind of makes Ice not want to talk about this, because if you think about the manager and Rickey, when they spoke about this, they didn't know why Rickey didn't have the role as Money Mike anymore. They didn't know. He just knew that he was Santa, but they didn't tell him anything else. And like I said yesterday, that must have meant, if he did have the role, that they did not believe in him to play it, that someone else came through and played it better and did it better. And the energy behind the cast member, behind Money Mike, his personality was completely changed. You know, the character, they completely changed it to where even Katt got to put input with the movie and his role and, you know, his lines. Like, he got to influence the lines by adding 2 lines and, you know, making them longer, you know, than before. So that means that he was really good. That means Katt did a great job, because they did none of those things for Rickey. They did none of those things for Rickey. Like, they did none of those things for Rickey. Girl, go tell him that he lied, because you are definitely getting on my nerves. Girl, go tell him. Bye. Go tell him. Ice Cube, the director of the movie, did not say that Rickey lied. He didn't. He did not. Not one time. He said that bust down, Blackiana, bust down. I'm not going to spam my chat with something stupid. Like, the literal director is in front of us saying who he cast. The cast was his cast. He chose everybody. Ice Cube was not there just as an actor, director, producer, all of that. Yeah. Those were his movies. Those were his formulas. He put those together. Like, if Rickey would have lied, we would say Rickey lied. He didn't. And just like there's information Rickey didn't know, there's information Katt didn't know too. So, yeah, you're weird. Just miscommunication. That's all. But they were both right. Again, 2 things can be right at once. Like, yeah. So, but I agree that Katt was always supposed to be Money Mike, because he was. And I think that why Ice Cube is hesitant to talk about this was because it's kind of like saying Katt's better than you. And I don't think Ice Cube wanted to say that. I don't think he wanted, and I think that's why he, before he even got into it, stated, you know, like, oh, you know, shout out to, you know, basically all the great comedians that I've worked with, you know, because I don't think he wants to minimize certain people's talents, because Katt Williams was just better suited for that role. So I don't think it's Ice Cube saying that Rickey isn't talented. You're a talented guy. It's just this was better for Katt to do, you know. And if we were going to expand the role, this would have been the role to expand, and he could deliver. They trusted Katt to deliver over Rickey, because they could have expanded his role a whole lot too, and they didn't. They didn't. So they didn't believe in him, is what that gives. And I don't think that Ice has ever had that conversation with Rickey, and I don't think he will want to. Like, that's an uncomfortable conversation to have. So yeah, I don't think that was a good look for Katt to kind of force, you know, Ice Cube to come out here like, looky here, like, Katt, you trying it. So yeah, I get it, but yeah. So there you have it. Shout out to Ice Cube. Long story short, he's saying both of them have it's truth to what they're saying, is what I feel like Ice Cube is saying. I don't feel like he's coming forward to side with anyone. I just think he's coming forward. This is the truth. This is what I know, and I'm running things. So me as a director, this is what happened. You know, and this is why I cast this person, and you know, but I do think Rickey Smiley needs to stop complaining. I mean, you were second best. You should be used to that. Are you used to that yet? First Sunday, I mean, everything you play second best. Like you should be used to that. What have you led besides the morning show? I love you guys. I will see y'all tomorrow. I have a show that I'm about to go do on coffee right now. So come over and chill with us if you guys would like. I love you guys. I'm gonna put up. I think I put it up everywhere else. I think I just need to put it up on YouTube. But I will. And then yeah, so I'll see y'all over there in about 15 minutes. We'll be live over there on coffee. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Thank you all for the super stickers, becoming members, and all the, just everything. I just love you guys. Trying to make sure. Okay, yes. Shout out to Tina and shout out to Oak Cliff for the cash apps. Thank y'all so much. I love you guys. I will see y'all over on coffee. Until the next show. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have nothing up. Let me put my thing up. Bye.